I have kept my silence for long enough. It is time for me to come clean to everybody, and that is yes, I hate Gabi. I hate Gabi a lot. Now, to clarify a few things before we get started, I have read the entire manga of Attack on Titan, and I have been frustrated with Gabi for a long time, longer than anime fans. But I'm not here to talk about anything that is in the manga, only things that are in the anime itself, up until episode 78, which I think is the pinnacle point which we get another reason to hate Gabi. So keep that in mind. I'm not here to spoil things in the manga, so if you're an anime-only person, or if you have not watched anime and the anime in general or the manga, then no, this is full-on spoilers here. But my reasoning for why I hate this character so much. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that want to defend Gabi. Now, most of it is just for the memes, obviously. What better way to upset the fandom and get attention than to say Gabi did nothing wrong, or show gifs of Gabi dancing around saying haters gonna hate. I get that. I get that idea of doing something purposely and trolling just to get the attention from other people that, yes, really hate this character. But I do understand the side of understanding Gabi. I understand why Gabi exists. Now, I'll get into why I think she's a bad character later on, but yes, I do acknowledge the idea that you do have a character here who's essentially grown up from birth, being told and brainwashed that this is your target. These are the people you need to hate, and anything outside of that is preposterous. You need to hate and take out this other group. Now, the concern there and what it is essentially addressing as a story is the concept of somebody being so brainwashed that they're willing to kill their own people, their own race, their own type. And that's, of course, a scary thing. Obviously, they're drawing parallels with this entire story. I mean, up until a certain point of Attack on Titan, it feels like the writer was like, okay, I need to make this a little longer, so let's do something similar to this certain event that happened several years ago in the real world. That's obviously what it's going for, with a twist. And, of course, pitting these two races against each other and using their own kind against them. And so, again, I do get why Gabi exists. And I'm honestly, when I was first reading the manga, I was fascinated by this concept. It made sense, it was crazy, and it was intriguing. I liked the story. And to be perfectly honest, the point in which I started to dislike Gabi wasn't so much that, again, full spoilers for the anime here, for those that have not watched it, this is full on spoilers. Yes, the moment in which she shoots Sasha, yes, I was mad. Let's be perfectly clear, I don't like Sasha either, but it did frustrate me. But it wasn't for the reason that other people might have been upset. I wasn't mad at Gabi because Gabi shot Sasha. I was mad because this was the start of something that I was going to hate about this character going forward. And yes, it was the same thing with pretty much every situation that Gabi was in going forward, is the mindset of Gabi's always in the right place at the wrong time. What I mean by that is that it's always like she's in the perfect spot. She's always in the perfect place. She's essentially the plot armor character. The character that we all hate because it seems like they do the stupidest things, and yet they always survive because obviously the writer has desire for them to do something else. That's the whole concept of plot armor, is that because of plot later, this character needs to survive through all this stuff and pull off all this crazy stuff, and everything's in line for them to pull it off perfectly. And that's why I hate Gabi. And it's a writer's thing. And this is a frustration that I've had with this writer for a long time, and it always seems to center around Gabi. Every time I get frustrated with the manga, well, I get frustrated with the manga because the writer loves talking in circles, let's be perfectly clear, but Gabi's, again, she's got plot armor, and she's always in the, I mean, we noticed that recently with the recent episode 80, so spoiler warning for episode 80 here, we noticed that with here. What happens when this great catastrophe happens and all the walls start falling around her? She's right next to the wall and nothing hits her, like no debris whatsoever. She has plot armor, and she's always had plot armors, and she's always at the right place at the wrong time. But again, going back to that first point, that episode 67. Well, I mean, honestly, from the first point of appearance in episode 60, what is she doing? She's running through this big old field and nothing's touching her. Now, granted, the whole concept there is it's a child, and obviously nobody would shoot the child. These people know who these people are. These people know what these people are doing. They know child soldiers exist in this world, but yet nobody touches her. You know, she's in the middle of a battlefield, but she's not being touched. Again, plot armor. Always the right place at the wrong time. And again, this goes into all the way up to the point of 67. Happens to have this thing here, gets up there. Nobody touches her. She shoots somebody. Again, nobody touches her. Nobody touches this girl because she has plot armor. They've killed children before. I mean, this is a messed up world. And yet Gabi is always at the right place at the wrong time. And again, going forward, every time somebody acknowledges who she is, he's never touched. Yeah, she gets beat up pretty bad at points, and don't get me started on episode 78. Yes. Amongst all this chaos happening, and amongst crazy stuff exploding around her, we obviously get this moment where they transfer the Titan over to somebody else. They have this explosion happening. People are being tore up. She's being shielded from the explosion. And again, somehow manages to survive that, run over, grab this gigantic rifle that is 3 times her size, fire the thing with perfect accuracy at somebody that is running sideways to her. Not running this direction. He's running this direction. And she's able to hit right on the neck. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. This character is just, she's always, again, has perfect timing and never dies or gets injured or debilitated or anything to prevent her from doing all these crazy things as this child. It blows my mind. Yeah, you can go, child soldier stuff, syndrome, all that kind of stuff, but this writer, I just don't know what he was thinking when he made Gabi. Oh, again, I say that, but yes, I acknowledge what she is and the stuff, the dilemma that she goes through. And I mean, honestly, from an outside perspective, yes, she's even more frustrating the idea that what she essentially is doing is killing her own kind, and she does it without question. And she questions other people just in the most absurd ways that makes it just, it's the child syndrome aspect where the child is, you want to say the child soldier makes sense because they've grown up in a situation of training. And so they have all these skills. But then when it comes to these other aspects of her story, you're like, well, no, but she's still a child. And it's like, well, then what do you want? She's a absolutely frustrating character. And I'm so glad I finally can get on here and just vent because I can't stand her. And the sucky thing is I love her Seiyu. Ayane Sakura is a fantastic Seiyu. And to be honest, I hated her in the manga. And the moment they were adapting her into the anime and she popped up on screen, I'm like, oh gosh, there's Gabi. Ugh, I hate her. And then suddenly Ayane Sakura's voice came out and I'm like, no, why? Why are you using this Seiyu? It hurts. I love this Seiyu and I don't want to connect Gabi to her. It's frustrating, but I can get into a million different things. I just wanted to get on here and rant. I finally feel the ability to do it. And I kind of wanted to, again, wait to that one shot moment just so that I can put that in this video as well. I hate Gabi. I'll always hate Gabi. Have fun, trolls. I know you all love Gabi. You all love her, I'm sure. Enjoy trolling people. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments. Are you pro Gabi? Are you anti Gabi? Let me know. Have fun trolling. I don't care. Subscribe to this channel if you can. Support us on Patreon. I'll throw a tips link in the description below. We definitely appreciate everybody that does. And y'all take care.